3 months into my pregnancy, my husband James Stevens dropped a bombshell. Let's get a divorce. The words hit me like a frigid slap, but before I could process the shock, I raced to his study, driven by a frantic need to know why, only to freeze at the door, every word of his conversation with a friend searing into my soul. I was reborn, he said, his tone light, almost triumphant. This time I'm not wasting a second on anything that doesn't matter. I'm here to make things right with Delia Prout. His friend's gasp was audible. Are you insane? Linda's 3 months pregnant. What if she's so hurt she terminates the pregnancy? James laughed, a sound devoid of any warmth. Why would I care? She went through 10 IVF cycles to get that baby. She'd never throw it away. He paused, his voice softening for Delia, and that's when the knife twisted deeper. Delia has no one. After leaving that deadbeat, she's been raising Charlie alone. I owe her this. Once Charlie turns 10, I'll go back to Linda. It's just 5 years. No big deal. Numbness flooded my limbs, cold as ice. My fingers moved on their own, dialing the abortion clinic's number. My voice steady even as my heart shattered. I need an abortion. As soon as possible. James called hours later, his tone sharp with impatience. Linda, how much longer are you going to drag this out? I can't divorce you while you're pregnant. But the second that baby's born, I'm filing. And let's be honest, you've done nothing but leech off me since we married. No job, no prospects. You'll never get custody, and you'll have nothing. His words dripped with contempt, erasing every sacrifice. The endless IVF appointments, the bitter meds, the sleepless nights. He even called my baby a brat. I agree to the divorce, I said, my voice hollow. There was a beat of stunned silence. Then his tone brightened, almost giddy. Really? Great, 5 days from now. Civil Affairs Office. Don't worry. Focus on the baby. I'll visit once a month. Bought clothes. Even picked a name. I tuned him out, my eyes fixed on the text that had just popped up. Dear Miss Hayward, your abortion procedure is scheduled for 3 days from now. That night, a nightmare dragged me into a frozen wasteland. The cold was unbearable, but a warm glow from my belly cut through it. A tiny orb of light. A soft voice whispering, Mommy. I reached for it, tears streaming, but it faded before my fingers could touch it. Baby. I jolted awake, my lower belly throbbing, only to find James sitting on the edge of my bed, feigning concern. Nightmare. Before I could respond, the door slammed open. Charlie, Delia's 5-year-old son, charged in, screaming, Daddy. James had let him call him that, coddling him to ease his bullying woes. The boy glared at me, venom in his eyes. I was scared the bad woman would bully you. Before anyone could stop him, he scrambled onto the bed and stomped hard on my belly. Searing pain erupted, hot and unrelenting. I arched off the bed, cold sweat soaking my nightgown. James yanked Charlie away, but his concern faded the second Delia rushed in. Charlie, what happened? She cooed, pulling him into her arms. He burst into tears. I didn't do anything. She just screamed. Delia's eyes reddened, her voice trembling. James, maybe we should drop this. Charlie and I can't compete with her. James's gaze turned cold, locking on me. Linda, are you really framing a child to keep me? His grip on my wrist tightened, but the pain in my belly was worse. Our baby was slipping away. Help me. I begged, weak and trembling. My stomach hurts. He scoffed. Stop pretending. In my past life, you had our son just fine. Delia stepped in, fake concern oozing from her. Let me check. I've had a child. I know what to do. She pulled back the covers, then smiled coldly. Oh, nothing's wrong. You're just being dramatic. James's expression hardened. I knew you were faking it. My consciousness faded. The last thing I saw was Delia pulling James toward the door. When I woke, the sharp smell of disinfectant filled my nose, and my parents were by my side, my mother's hair disheveled, eyes swollen. Linda, you're hemorrhaging, my father said, his voice tight. The doctor needs James's signature for surgery. He called James, who sounded annoyed. Is Linda throwing another fit? Pregnancy's not that big of a deal. My friend was hauling packages at 8 months. She's just delicate. A woman's cry